Jai Hind, dear students. So, welcome to economics class. Dear students, the chapter which is going on is money and credit. So, let's start this chapter, money and credit. And especially in last period, we have discussed about formal sector loans and informal sector loans. So, I'm just revising formal sector loans and informal sector loans. So, dear students, I am just repeating this formal sector credit and informal sector credit. So, dear students, let's start this period. And now, first we will discuss about formal sector credit. So, dear students, if someone is taking loan from banks or cooperatives, if someone is taking loan from banks or cooperatives, then it is the loan of formal sector loan. And if people are taking loan from other than banks and cooperatives, like money lenders, traders, employers, relatives, and friends, then it is the credit from informal sector. Okay, so the various types of loans can be conveniently grouped as, जो भी लोन अलग अलग सोर्सेस से लिए जाते हैं, they will be conveniently grouped as formal sector loans and informal sector loans. So first of all, formal sector loans. So dear students, formal sector loan, first of all, the Reserve Bank of India. The Reserve Bank of India supervises the loan from formal sectors. Clear? For instance, we have seen that banks maintain a minimum cash balance out of the deposits they receive, which I have already explained. So, banks have to maintain minimum cash balance. The RBI monitors that the banks actually maintain the cash balance. Similarly, the RBI sees that the banks give loans not just to profit-making businesses and traders, but also to small cultivators, small scale industries, small borrowers, etc. And even time to time, banks have to submit information to the RBI on how much they are lending, to whom, at what interest rate, etc. So, dear students, credit from formal sector is supervised by the Reserve Bank of India. While now come to informal sector loan, informal sector credit. So when we take credit from money lenders, employers, relatives, friends, etc., then that is the loan from informal sector. And there is no organization which supervises the credit activities of lenders in the informal sector. Clear? Like formal sector is supervised by the Reserve Bank of India. But there is no organization which supervises the credit activities of lenders in the informal sector. They can lend whatever interest rate they wish, they want. There is no one to stop them from using unfair means to get their money back. These all happens in informal sector. So there is a big difference between formal sector and informal sector. Credit from formal sector is supervised by the RBI, Reserve Bank of India, while credit from the informal sector, there is no organization to supervise them. There is one more difference in these two credit situations. Compared to formal lenders, most of the informal lenders charge a much higher interest on loans. So the cost to the borrower of informal loans is much higher. Means formal sector sources, they charge less interest rate. They charge less interest than informal sector. You have to understand. So taking loan from informal sector is costly. And you know, higher cost of borrowing means a larger part of the earnings of the borrower is used to repay the loan. अगर आपने हायर इंटरेस्ट रेट पे कोई लोन लिया तो आपके इनकम का ज्यादातर जो आप अर्निंग करते हैं उसका ज्यादातर पोर्शन आपको उस लोन को रीपे करने में लग जाता है. Hence, borrowers have less income left for themselves. Okay, so there are many examples like that. Even in certain cases, the high interest rate of borrowing can mean that the amount to be repaid is greater than the income of the borrower. कई बार ऐसा होता है कि जब आप इनफॉर्मल सेक्टर क्रेडिट से लोन लेते हैं तो आपका इंटरेस्ट आपके प्रिंसिपल अमाउंट से ज्यादा हो जाता है. एंड दैट इज अ सिचुएशन वेयर पीपल हु हैव टेकन लोन फ्रॉम दिस सेक्टर, they caught in debt trap. So the main reason is now formal sector means banks and cooperative societies need to lend more. इनको ज्यादा से ज्यादा लोगों को लोन देना चाहिए. And this would lead to higher incomes and many people could then borrow cheaply for a variety of needs. ठीक है ना. अगर लोगों को बैंक से या कोऑपरेटिव से लोन ज्यादा से ज्यादा लोगों को मिला तो क्या फायदा होगा, उनको कम इंटरेस्ट पे करना होगा, उनकी अर्निंग ज्यादा होगी और उनका जो लिविंग स्टैंडर्ड है वो बेहतर होगा. और अगर उनका लिविंग स्टैंडर्ड बेहतर हुआ तो दे विल हेल्प इन द ग्रोथ ऑफ इकोनॉमी ऑफ द कंट्री. सो दिस वाज फॉर्मल सेक्टर क्रेडिट एंड इनफॉर्मल सेक्टर क्रेडिट which I have already explained in last period. Today we have to explain formal and informal credit, who gets what. So let's start this. Okay, so dear students, today we have to discuss formal and informal credit, who gets what. So graph 2 shows the importance of formal and informal sources of credit for people in urban areas. तो पहले हम लोग ग्राफ 2 देख लें. What is graph 2? Just see, dear students. Of all the loans taken by urban households, it is given of 2003, what percentage was formal and what percentage was informal? आप जब ये ग्राफ देखोगे तो आपको पता चल जाएगा कि अर्बन एरियाज में, इट इज द स्टैट ऑफ 2003, अर्बन एरियाज में फॉर्मल सेक्टर से कितने लोगों को लोन मिला और इनफॉर्मल सेक्टर से कितने लोगों को लोन मिला. तो जस्ट सी द फर्स्ट वन. If I am talking about poor households, so they take their loan requirement is fulfilled by informal sector, and that is 85%. Means poor households are taking loan from informal sector and they are 85%. Only 15% poor households are getting or are taking loan from formal sector. Just see the difference. And if they are taking loan from informal sector, you know that the interest rate is very high. Now come to households with few assets. Now we are going to talk about the households with few assets, जिनके पास कुछ assets हैं. So even 53% are taking loan from informal and 47% are taking loan from formal sector. Now come to well-off households. जो well-off households के लोग हैं, only 28% people are taking loan from informal sector, while 72% people are taking loan or getting loan from formal sector. Just see the difference. And now come to rich households. Only 10% are taking from informal sector and 90% of rich households are getting loan from formal sector. आपको ये डिफरेंस समझ में आ रहा है? जो ऑलरेडी बहुत पुअर है, पुअर हाउसहोल्ड, they don't get loan from formal sector, and that's why 85% people are taking loan from informal sector. And if they are taking loan from informal sector, it means they are borrowing at a high interest rate. Okay, so now come to section. So the people are divided into 4 groups from poor to rich, as shown in the figure. You can see that 85% of the loans taken by poor households in the urban areas are from informal sources. And compare this with the rich urban households. Only 10% of their loans are from informal sources. जो गरीब हैं उनको मजबूरी में हायर इंटरेस्ट रेट पे लोन लेना पड़ रहा है. एंड द पीपल हु आर रिच, उनको बहुत कम इंटरेस्ट पे लोन मिल जा रहा है फ्रॉम बैंक्स एंड कोऑपरेटिव्स. So a similar pattern is also found in rural areas. The rich households are availing cheap credit from formal lenders, whereas the poor households have to pay a heavy price for borrowing. यहां तक अगर हम रूरल एरियाज की बात करें तो वहां भी कंडीशन ऐसे ही है. जो रिच हाउसहोल्ड्स हैं उनको चीप क्रेडिट मिल जा रहा है फॉर्मल लेंडर से, बट जो पुअर पीपल है दे आर पेइंग अ हैवी प्राइस फॉर बोरोइंग. तो व्हाट डज ऑल दिस सजेस्ट? फर्स्ट, द फॉर्मल सेक्टर स्टिल मीट्स ओनली अबाउट हाफ ऑफ द टोटल क्रेडिट नीड्स ऑफ द रूरल पीपल. ये जो फॉर्मल सेक्टर हैं अभी भी रूरल पीपल में केवल 50% को ही लोन दे पा रहे हैं, उनके लोन रिक्वायरमेंट को फुलफिल कर पा रहे हैं. एंड द रिमेनिंग क्रेडिट नीड्स आर मेट फ्रॉम इनफॉर्मल सेक्टर. जो बचे लोग हैं उनको मजबूरी में इनफॉर्मल सेक्टर से लोन लेना पड़ रहा है, इनफॉर्मल सोर्सेज से लोन लेना पड़ रहा है. देन so most loans from informal lenders carry a high interest rate and do little to increase the income of the borrowers. जो इनफॉर्मल लेंडर से लोन लेते हैं उनको बहुत हाई इंटरेस्ट रेट पे करना होता है. सो इट इज नेसेसरी दैट बैंक्स एंड कोऑपरेटिव्स increase their lending, particularly in the rural areas, so that the dependence on informal sources of credit reduces. Dear students, it is very important for formal sector sources to increase their lending. वो कोशिश करें कि ज्यादा से ज्यादा लोगों को रूरल एरियाज में लोन दें, क्रेडिट दें, so that the dependence जो इनफॉर्मल सेक्टर पे डिपेंडेंस है वो कम से कम हो जाए. सेकेंडली, while formal sector loans need to expand, it is also necessary that everyone receives these loans. ये भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। ये जरूरी है कि फॉर्मल सेक्टर का जो लोन्स है वो ज्यादा से ज्यादा लोगों को मिले, लेकिन ये भी बहुत जरूरी है दैट एवरीवन रिसीव्स दीज लोन्स। द पीपल हु आर नीडी शुड गेट लोन्स फ्रॉम फॉर्मल सेक्टर। At present, it is the richer households who receive formal credit, whereas the poor have to depend on the informal sources. रिच लोगों को फॉर्मल सेक्टर से लोन मिल जाता है, बट दे आर द पुअर हु आर नॉट गेटिंग लोन फ्रॉम फॉर्मल सेक्टर. So it is important that the formal credit is distributed more equally so that the poor can benefit from the cheaper loans. बहुत जरूरी है, इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट दैट फॉर्मल क्रेडिट शुड बी डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड मोर इक्वली, वो सबको बराबर मिले. इफ दे आर गिविंग लोन टू रिच, देन दे शुड गिव लोन टू पुअर पीपल ऑल्सो, टू पुअर हाउस होल्ड्स ऑल्सो, टू पुअर फार्मर्स ऑल्सो. अंडरस्टैंड? आफ्टर दैट, dear students, the next segment is self-help groups for the poor. In the previous section, we have seen that poor households are still dependent on informal sources of credit. Why is it so? ऐसा क्यों है that poor people are dependent on informal sources? Because banks are not present everywhere in rural India. This is the one reason that banks are not present everywhere. Even when they are present, अगर वो वहां पर हैं भी, getting a loan from a bank is much more difficult than taking a loan from informal sources. ठीक है ना? अगर आप बैंक से लोन लेने जाओ तो lots of documentation requirement, collateral and many terms are there. So poor people are unable to get loan from banks and they get loan easily from informal sector. Understand? So there are many examples. After that, as we saw, for many people, bank loans require proper documents and collateral. Absence of collateral, it is one of the major reasons which prevents the poor people from getting bank loans. सबसे बड़ा प्रॉब्लम जो है, जो पुअर पीपल बैंक से लोन नहीं ले पाते, एंड द मेन रीजन इज कोलेट्रल. उनके पास कुछ एज ए सिक्योरिटी देने के लिए नहीं है. और इनफॉर्मल लेंडर्स सच एज मनी लेंडर्स ऑन द अदर हैंड नो द बोरोवर्स पर्सनली. देखो, इनफॉर्मल सेक्टर की सबसे बड़ी खासियत क्या है कि जो बोरोवर है, जो लेंडर है, मेनली मनी लेंडर्स या कोई भी लेंडर जो लोन देता है, they know the borrowers personally and hence are often willing to give a loan without collateral. और वो बिना collateral के लोन उनको आराम से दे देते हैं. The borrowers can, if necessary, approach the money lenders even without repaying the first loan. यहां तक कि अगर borrower ने पहला लोन रीपे नहीं किया है तो भी वो दूसरे लोन के लिए अप्रोच कर सकता है. The money lenders charge very high rates of interest, keep no records of transactions and harass the poor borrowers. तो आखिर ऐसा क्या हुआ? So in recent years, people have tried out some newer ways of providing loans to the poor. गरीबों को लोन देने के लिए नए नए तरीके खोजे गए. And the idea is to organize rural poor, in particular women, into small self-help groups and pool their savings. तो एक आइडिया बना लोगों में कि उन्होंने रूरल पुअर को ऑर्गेनाइज करना शुरू किया, स्पेशली वोमेन, इनटू स्मॉल सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप्स, दैट इज SHGs, एंड स्टार्टेड पूलिंग और कलेक्टिंग देयर सेविंग्स, और उनकी सेविंग जो है वो स्टार्ट कर दिया. So, self-help group. A typical self-help group has 15 to 20 members, usually belonging to one neighborhood. ठीक है? एक टिपिकल सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप जो है वो 15 to 20 मेंबर्स का होता है. आसपास के लोग रहते हैं, who meet and save regularly. जो कि डेली मिल सके और सेव कर सके। सेविंग पर मेंबर्स वेरीज फ्रॉम ₹25 टू ₹100 और मोर डिपेंडिंग ऑन द एबिलिटी ऑफ द पीपल टू सेव। ये डिपेंड करता है कि आप कितना सेव कर सकते हैं। इट कैन बी 25 टू 100 इवन और मोर। Members can take small loans from the group itself to meet their needs. सबसे बड़ा स्पेशलिटी क्या है इस ग्रुप का कि इस ग्रुप के जो भी मेंबर्स हैं वो इस ग्रुप से लोन ले सकते हैं एंड द ग्रुप चार्जेस इंटरेस्ट ऑन दीज लोन्स बट is still less than what the money lender charges. क्या फायदा है? ये ग्रुप भी इंटरेस्ट चार्ज करता है बट दैट इज वेरी लेस देन द इनफॉर्मल सोर्सेज और यू कैन से द मनी लेंडर चार्जेस. After a year or two, if the group is regular in savings, it becomes eligible for availing loan from the bank. Suppose in saving the group is regular and for 1 year or 2 years, then the group is eligible for availing loan from the bank. And you know, loan is sanctioned in the name of the group and is meant to create self-employment opportunities for the members. लोन किसके नाम से सैंक्शन करता है बैंक? ग्रुप के नाम से सैंक्शन करता है. And what is the meaning of this? To create self-employment opportunities for the members. For example, small loans are provided to the members for releasing mortgaged land. अगर उन्होंने अपना लैंड कहीं गिरवी रखा है तो उसको रिलीज कराने के लिए लोन देता है. For meeting working capitals, for example, buying seeds, fertilizers, raw materials like bamboo and cloth, for housing materials, for acquiring assets like sewing machine, handloom, cattle, etc. So people get loan for these activities. Most of the important decisions regarding the savings and loan activities are taken by the group members. That you have to keep it in your mind that जो भी decisions होते हैं, most of the decisions regarding the savings and loan activities are taken by the group members only. The group decides as regards the loans to be granted. ये ग्रुप डिसाइड करता है कि लोन किसको ग्रांट करना है. ग्रुप डिसाइड्स द पर्पज, अमाउंट, इंटरेस्ट टू बी चार्ज, रीपेमेंट शेड्यूल एक्सेट्रा. Everything is decided by the group only. Also, it is the group which is responsible for the repayment of the loan. ये ग्रुप रिस्पॉन्सिबल होता है किसी लोन के रीपेमेंट के लिए. एनी केस ऑफ नॉन रीपेमेंट ऑफ लोन बाय एनी वन मेंबर इज फॉलोड अप सीरियसली बाय अदर मेंबर्स इन द ग्रुप. अगर कोई लोन रीपे नहीं कर पा रहा है तो इट इज फॉलोड अप सीरियसली बाय अदर मेंबर्स ऑफ द ग्रुप. बिकॉज ऑफ दिस फीचर, banks are willing to lend the poor women when organized in SHGs even though they have no collateral as such. मैंने क्या कहा कि अगर कोई लोन का रीपेमेंट नहीं हो पा रहा है तो दैट इज द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ होल ग्रुप. एंड दिस इज द रीजन banks are willing to lend to the poor women even if they are organized in SHGs, even if they don't have any collateral. So the SSG help borrowers overcome the problem of lack of collateral. तो SSGs का सबसे बड़ा काम क्या हुआ कि जो कोलेट्रल की प्रॉब्लम थी उसको दूर कर दिया. They can get timely loans for variety of purposes and at a reasonable interest rate. There is one more very important feature that SSGs are the building blocks of organization of the rural poor. Not only does it help women to become financially self-reliant, the regular meetings of the group provide a platform to discuss and act on a variety of social issues like health, nutrition, domestic violence, etc. So we can say it is very beneficial for women. Just see the one picture I am showing, and it is the normal SSD's picture. है ना? People are sitting and they are discussing to whom they have to give, they want to give the loan, and many more. So, dear students, today we mainly discuss about who are getting loan from formal sector, who are getting from informal sector, why it is important for formal sector to expand its loan, and then we discussed about SHG, self-help groups. Self-help groups, it is a group of 15 to 20 members from rural areas and especially women. They pool or collect the savings of its members and then they give loan to its members only. And if they are regular in savings for 1 or 2 years, then they are eligible for bank loans also. All the decisions that to whom they have to give the loan, what will be interest rate, what is the purpose, what is the amount, all are decided by the group members only. And if suppose anyone is unable to repay the loan, then whole group is responsible, and that is the main reason banks are willing to give loan to SHG. So dear students, that's all for today. Please read all the topics carefully. This is very important chapter. Understand? So that's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.